To see my list down here, and I've completely lost track. All right, we're gonna get back to Waylon in just one second, but I'm gonna play one more of mine before we get back to Waylon. Y'all seen the Tales from the Tour Bus? Well, you gotta go on Netflix and watch Tales from the Tour Bus. What's the guy from?
Is that Dave Grohl?
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge.
Oh,
Mike Judge, who did The Simpsons. He did all of these cartoon. He did Beavis and Butthead. Well, that makes complete sense. He basically does cartoon storyboards all these very famous country outlaw singers. So there's two segments on Waylon. There's one on Billy Joe Shaver. They're priceless. There's Merle Haggard. The list goes on, and Willie Nelson, and they're all cartoons, and he reenacts all of their sort of most famous stories. Mm-hmm. Oh God, there's Johnny Paycheck. Someone told me one time they calculated that Johnny Paycheck snorted $16 million worth of cocaine. I'm pretty sure that was before I was born, but I like to tell all these woke kids these days that, like, you have no idea. You have no idea how ridiculous things were. People are, at least for the most part, sober now. Can you imagine $16 million worth of cocaine? That's a lot of cocaine. This is a very sober song. This next song is not fun at all. I promise. Alright, this is the title track from my record Geronimo, and it's about Big Chief himself. And I remember seeing the first time I saw that picture. There's a picture of Geronimo, Chief Geronimo. You know, he's from Arizona. He's a White Mountain Apache, and he was the hardest. Well, he's what all of the westerns, when in the westerns, all those Saturday morning westerns when they're fighting Indians, it's basically Geronimo. The Apaches were the scariest of them all, and they were tough, and they couldn't get them. It was all desert landscape, and these guys were like Green Berets before Green Berets were a thing. And they were scary for those white boys from Pennsylvania and Kansas. They were scary, and they were afraid of nothing. And Geronimo was the scariest of them all. And so eventually they ended up putting him on a reservation in Oklahoma. First they sent him to Florida, where most of them died from diseases. But then they ended up what?
alligators.
Alligators. Yeah, alligators, precisely. And mosquitoes. And then so most of the Apaches ended up in Oklahoma, where in Geronimo in particular, they made him farm, and they made him grow pumpkins. And yeah, they made him grow pumpkins. And here's this man who was a god on a horse, who could kill anybody with his bare hands. And so, like, the ultimate punishment was make him grow pumpkins in Oklahoma. It was particularly cruel and unkind. And there's this picture of Geronimo. He's about 80 years old, in a Model T Ford. And every time I see that picture, I think this man was a god on a horse. And so I wrote a song about that photograph. It's a real party tune. Do it again and again. Listen for visions and missions in the wind. One of all evil man.